Hi!
Hi.
The girls are here!
They have arrived.
Yes. When was the last time that you were present? Because... Were you here? You weren't?
Week?
You were?
No.
You weren't here last week. No, you weren't.
Why are we doing this? We have no concept of time.
Hi, Bennett! You weren't here last week. No, you weren't here last week. And then the week before, I had to do my virality trailer, so you also weren't here the week before that.
Yes, and it's
So
been 2 weeks.
this is why I'm like, yeah, the girls are here, because you've actually not been here for a while. Because you had work last week.
I've been busy.
We've both been busy.
Yeah. Busy.
Hell yeah.
Good to be busy.
Okay, let's get the old
I've got to say, in terms of stream titles, Draconic Ref Sheet, you get me. I get my clicks.
I mean, it isn't definitely not one of the more clickbaity titles. It's definitely just an accurate. That's what I'm doing.
Yep, but dragons and art done.
It's yeah,
achieved.
It's one of two. It's either descriptive or clickbait.
Yep. Hello.
Hi, Cole. Happy birthday. Day of birth. Woo!
I don't know how the time zones have worked out on that one, but happy birthday.
Time zones are fake. Descriptive clickbait. Okay.
I think those are oxymoron. They're like the.
I guess clickbait can be
descriptive. It can't be clickbait.
Oh, okay. No, I was about to be like, I guess clickbait can be descriptive.
I mean, not accurately.
Yeah. So, yeah,
the concept of clickbait implies deceit.
Wow, right, yeah. So, yeah, this is on the screen is what we're doing. I need to do wrist warm-ups and things.
Yeah, I also need to do warm-up.
So,
we'll take 25 years to do it, because I started it before the stream started.
Hey! I did not. I was feasting.
Feasting!
I was
also feasting.
We went to a carvery.
Today, so.
The Perrants invited us to carvery.
The Perrants?
Perrants.
The prince holding a ball? So if you can just hear some rummaging for 1 second. I've just noticed something, and if I don't address it, it's going to annoy me for the whole stream.
That's fair. It can describe something that's not in the video. True, clickbait can. That's why I said it. Clickbait can be descriptive, but it's not always descriptive.
But it's always false, right? Like, either it's not accurate or not relevant.
They can be accurate, but they can be exaggerated. Of like, yes, this does have this in it, but maybe not to that degree. Like when people are like, "Oh my god, best shiny ever," and it's like,
yeah, it's just a shiny.
It's just a shiny. That's subjective.
Or like you talk about it, but you don't draw it.
Yeah, I am now the meaning of life and everything, life, the universe, and everything. Congrats! Did you get a towel?
Oh my god, huge milestone.
Big milestone, lucky number.
To break the illusion of anyone who thought my eyebrows were real.
I do know where my towel is.
Really bother me.
Good. Everything will be okay so long as you know where your towel is. That is twice within the space of 2 days that I've been talking about Hitchhiker's Guide. Me and Frog were making loads of references to it over breakfast as well. Des was very baffled. Des was very baffled, and I was like, "But you need to know where your towel is." It's just confusion.
It's important.
Confusion. I'm gonna end up re-listening to that on Audible tomorrow now. Thank you. Because I do have it on Audible.
I've never actually read the book.
It's good.
I fully can't remember. It feels like something I would have done.
In your household as well? Like, surely there's a copy of it in your household. Your father must own one. I'm
about to deliver bad news.
Are you kidding me?
My dad does not like Hitchhiker's Guide.
No!
He had to have a character flaw, okay? He just doesn't like the writing style. It's too casual for him.
That's part of what I like about it, though, because it
is what most people enjoy about it.
Because it's definitely it has the British twang to it, definitely. I think it is in line with Discworld. Again, and I'm a big Discworld fan.
He also isn't a massive tech.
Well, there you go then as well. Yes, because there is that sort
of his thing.
Yeah, both will have like footnotes from the author in to like explain things.
Meanwhile, me reading Lemony Snicket.
I mean, I did both, so...
Yeah.
I heard the recent movie wasn't bad. When you say recent...
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've seen that movie, but
when
I was
you
young
say
when I
recent,
saw that movie.
do you mean... What are we? 12 years ago? Probably longer.
Nope, that's not how you... 2005, you mean?
2005, fucking hell. The last movie that was made of it. I think there was only one movie, but I think there was maybe a TV adaptation that the BBC did. I don't fully remember. I haven't seen that one though. But yeah, the 2000s movie I've seen with Martin Freeman. Yeah, and Martin, aside from book number 1, which is voiced by Stephen Fry, Martin Freeman voices the rest of the series on Audible, which I find very funny.
I regret to inform you that the TV series was 1981.
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't watched the TV series. But yeah, but the first book is voiced by Stephen Fry, which is and that's because Stephen Fry literally voices the book in the film. Because the film will also has segments. Because
I know I've seen the film.
Yeah. Because for those who don't know, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is actually a in-universe book in the book, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Early 2000s loved that shit.
Yeah.
Loved it. Spiderwick Chronicles, same deal. Like, it loved this book also,
the name of the book is...
Darren Shan. Darren Shan's also that. I mean, there's tons. I mean, anything Lemony Snicket wrote. You know?
Yeah.
They're all, like, in-universe existing things. Which, I like. I like that.
So yeah, in the film, which does parody the book, there are excerpts from the book because it's about traveling through space in the galaxy. So there will be excerpts where the book is like, you could do this. So in the film, Stephen Fry is the voice reading the book excerpts. So they got him on to do the audiobook, which I thought was very good. Apparently he did know the author before he passed away. Which is probably why he got chosen. But also, it's a very good voice. Hello. He's also a very good
voicing anything is just a correct choice.
Yeah, Stephen Fry in The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is just objectively the correct choice. And there's a segment, and there's a tiny excerpt in there on poetry.
I don't remember this.
Vogue on Poetry is widely believed to be the 3rd worst poetry in the galaxy.
Beautiful.
And then they go through a whole thing sort of talking about it, and then they're like, the 2nd worst poetry is like, ode to a small lump of green putty I found in my armpit one midsummer morning, by blah 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 alien name. And then it goes on to finish off with the absolute worst poetry in the galaxy was written by Paul and Nancy Jennings of Sussex. Luckily it was destroyed when the Earth was, and that was it. That's all they've got to say on it.
Sussex? That's my county. How dare.
Hopefully you don't know.
I was born in Sussex.
Hopefully you don't know anybody with that name.
Nope. Make this smaller so I can actually read chat while I read this. I'm trying to keep this warm-up short.
Yes, same.
I'm doing a poetry warm-up I haven't done before, but it is a good one. Where anyone else feels like doing a poetry exercise with me, look up the year you were born on Wikipedia and look at notable events and write a little poem about the fact that you were born in the same year as that event.
Poem of interesting times.
Yeah. Yeah. Personal history. Look up Choose a handful you find meaningful or interesting, even if you have to do a bit of research, then pick one as a jumping off point. You can take the fictional route and imagine being a participant or observer in the event, or a more literal one, imagine all the ways this historic event has affected or not affected your life.
Interesting.
Turns out in the year I was born, we found water on 2 different planets.
Yo, that's wild.
So, that's a fun one.
Yeah, a big driving point of there being extraterrestrial life.
We found an ocean on Europa, which is one of Jupiter's moons. And we also found enough remnants of water, or like the sort of existence of water, in a polar crater on the moon that would be able to support a human colony. Hi.
You're raiding into me? Raiding into me? Hello!
Hello.
Welcome on in. How's it going?
I was lurking a little bit in your stream earlier.
Oh my. Oop. How was your stream?
How was your dooming?
How's it going?
I caught a tiny bit.
You've come into me doing lines.
That's it. Yeah, you caught us right at the beginning.
We've just started. I'm warming up my arm muscles for my drawing.
And I'm trying to warm up my brain muscle. Singular. I wanted people to swing by. Thank you. One brain muscle, hell yeah.
Oh my god.
We've all got one singular brain muscle.
Meanwhile, I'm being sent this, and I'm like, what the fuck? Look at that large lad.
Jesus.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
What are those?
What are those?
In awe of the size of this lad.
Unit. It's Tuesday. Oh no, is my stream title not correct again?
Monday.
Ah!
I made that mistake earlier today. I cooked a very elaborate curry today, forgetting that we have curry tomorrow, thinking that it was Monday. Doom was ... we're in for a time. Great.
Ah! It's called a Reaper, it's Ark's Zeno. Oh good lord, just because the Ark wasn't scary enough. Don't worry, guys. Well, I'm now like in power mode of like, I need to give these warm-up lines quickly so they can get to the meat of it.
I need you all to know I'm potentially going to try some very difficult poetry stuff today, so I'm probably going to get frustrated real fast.
Flowers are making me wobble again. Hi, Kazoo.
Modded Doom, and it's a lot. The game went from chill time to I actively want you dead.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Is Doom your I don't know why I find this relaxing game? We've talked about this a lot, me and Blue. I don't know if we've talked about it on stream. But my I don't know why I find this relaxing game is Hades. Das's is Elden Ring? It's my relaxing game, yeah. Wild. That's not what I would think of. Love that for you.
I love that. Again, we've talked about this before, of just like, it's only relaxing because you've become good at it.
Yeah.
And you don't have to concentrate.
Well, you have to concentrate just the right amount.
Ooh, contrast painting for the first time.
Don't know what it is. Sounds cool.
There's particular types of paints that you can use on minis.
You get used to it playing it for like 20 years, but the second you do mods, it becomes a proper horror game.
When you said mods, for some reason, all I could think of was that game that time where that dude like programmed in a voice detector thing in Skyrim while he was streaming, and it was things, and it was like if he said the word bears, it would spawn like 20 bears, and if he said like, you know, dragons, it would spawn 20 dragons. So the chat would try to trick him into saying things like at the start, being like, "Wow, these streams are really starting to drag on." Bang! It must be really frustrating having to deal with chat like this. I don't know how you can bear it. Bang!
Oh my god. That's so funny.
It was so silly.
I was thinking of the one where... where it replaces the dragons with Thomas the Tank Engine, and as it approaches, the theme gets louder and louder.
God damn it, why is it always Thomas the Tank Engine? There's a goddamn Monster Hunter meme.
Hilarious.
There's a Monster Hunter mod that replaces Nergigante with Thomas the Tank Engine.
There's a Sekiro one.
Oh no.
I can't remember what it replaces. Relaxing game is Mini Metro right now.
Yeah.
Not the London Underground is very chill. We were talking about this earlier because there's a European board game award that something. Oh my god, does it replace the serpent? Yes, that's it. But there's a board game that I'm interested in that's up for this like European award, and one of the like honorary mentions on it was a game where you redesign the London Underground, and I was like, that sounds hard.
Wow. Not to mention that there was a board game that you own a digital version of, and both of us forgot that we had sat and watched it for 20 minutes.
I talked to Blue about this game I really love for like 20 solid minutes before she was like, "Oh yeah, you streamed this to me for like an hour."
I only remembered that when you sent me the picture. It was after 20 minutes you sent a picture of like, "By the way, this is what it looks like," and then I looked at it and I went, "Oh, it's that one!"
Yeah, it's called Dwarf Romantic is the one that I like.
We've both been very, very drained today, I think.
Yeah,
oh,
we've had a time.
We've had a time.
Oh, I wonder if the board game of this is the one I was thinking of, Frog. Dwarf Romantic is very lovely. Dwarf Romantic is my, like, my current morning, quote-unquote, routine, is like, when I launch my computer, I quickly log onto Marvel Snap and grab my dailies, and then I'll do one round of Dwarf Romantic. Because it's just chill, but it's enough thinking to get my brain going.
And then the meme music comes on. That's the wrong way around. There we go.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting stream for me, chat. I know you guys can't see what I do over here, but I'll try and share because for people who don't know, for people who aren't on Twitter, what is your life like? I wish I was you. Or indeed Tumblr, I have been doing a little fun mini project where I write poems for every character in the Ravening War, which is a D20 D&D show.
It's Dimension 20.
Which I started doing just because I wanted to do one, but then I jokingly said I would do all of them, and that one poem got a lot of attention. So I was like, shit.
Now I gotta commit to the bit.
Now I actually have to. There's currently very loud singing along to the Wii theme happening. Oh god. So for the first one in the series, I experimented with something that's a little bit more formulaic than I usually do, and I had a lot of fun with it. And then I did the second one, and I did a type of poetry I've never done before, and I had a lot of fun with it. And I was like, shit, I've established something now. So there's a lot of... Oh, I don't know why. Why does it have, like, discoloration like that? Do you see that?
Oh, weird.
I can't see that in real life. That's what my hands were, I imagine.
That's interesting.
That's wild. Anyway, there's a lot of poetic forms I've not done. And as a poet, I am a freeform poet, which is the easy one because you don't have any consistent meter, structure. You do whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to rhyme, you don't have to do alliteration, syllables, assonance, anything. You just write whatever you want, which is lovely. But I have, every so often, attempted more set styles. I find it very difficult but very rewarding. So I have a list. Honestly, seeing you do blackout poetry was super cool. I only know one other person that does it. Full disclaimer, historically, if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, I would have said I hate blackout poetry.
Not a big fan.
Not a fan of it. But I had an epiphany about what Rathaniel's poem had to be. And I had a lot of fun with it, and it was a lot more difficult. I have a lot more appreciation for it than I did before.
Oh, well, there you go. That often happens when it's like you're not a big fan of something and you force yourself to do it, and it's like maybe you still dislike it, maybe you don't, but you at least gain a level of appreciation of like, okay.
Yeah, it's like I think there was some part of me that thought it was easy, that kind of looked down on it, right? And there's a lot of that in poetry circles about Instagram poetry, or I'm as victim to it as anyone else. But I always thought blackout poetry was very easy, and I don't know what I thought, but I don't think that anymore. Having done a bit of it, and it was fun.
Hey, so, that's the important bit.
The ones I've got left are harder. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do for Colin yet. But I think I have an idea. I think I'm just in denial.
Okay. Oh.
And you get it in editing circles as well. There's a lot of like, hell no, but you got to respect the crap. Exactly, yeah.
Arc scary, oh my sweet summer child. I'm a baby, okay?
Blue is a little child.
I'm a baby. Yeah. I went into a VR chat world that was just kind of a little bit dark. It had tunnels in it that had crystals in. I went in there, Roz knows this because they were with me. I went in there to take photos of the cobble because pretty glowy crystals, I thought that would be a nice aesthetic. I went in there, I went into the dark tunnels and I kept walking and I was just like, where is this going? And then after a while I was like, what is this? And I opened up the world description and the world description said, cool chill out world, just don't go too far from the light. And I stared at that description and immediately closed my menu and looked around me and went, what the fuck is in here with me? What is in here? I want to leave!
That's horrifying.
It is horrifying. Just don't go too far from the light. Why?
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 To be fair, I like horror things. I don't love watching or playing them, but I enjoy them existing, and I enjoy consuming them from a safe distance. You could not get me to touch a horror experience in VR.
Oh no, never.
You could not get me anywhere near it. You couldn't even get me to play a horror game not in VR.
Oh, same.
I have Phasmophobia.
I have Amnesia The Dark Descent because it was in a goddamn Humble Bundle.
The annoying thing about, not Amnesia. Is it Amnesia? Machine for Pigs? The second one?
Yeah.
Is that Amnesia?
Yeah, that's Amnesia.
Is I've watched video essays about Machine for Pigs, and I want to play it, but I'm also a giant baby.
Yes.
So it's like, I wouldn't be able to do it. Yeah, see, this is the thing with... me and you both, Galaxia, I'm terrified of VR in general. I can't put on a VR headset. But I get that. I get that thing of like, I can at least bitch slam the monster if I'm in VR. My fight instinct has been allowed.
Yeah.
Machine for Pigs is my favorite Amnesia. Jacob Geller has an incredible video essay about horror game music, and they talk about Machine for Pigs, and I just adore.
I mean, that's not surprising.
I just think. I mean, it's the same composer who did Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. Like, it's like one of the composers. I will give it a look-see. Anything on Jacob Geller's channel I recommend, but Why Do Horror Games Sound So Beautiful is the one you're looking for.
Yeah,
the other tends not to work for me because I can tell I have a device on. Yeah.
I mean, I know I have a device on. That doesn't stop me being scared.
No,
I need to point out as well that another reason that in that particular instance I was so terrified was because about 3 days before I had watched a streamer in a totally different VR world have exactly the same experience. Because they were actively like, let's go somewhere scary, and they were like VR horror, and they went into a world that was like this forest clearing, but it was exactly the same of like, don't stray too far from the lights. So the fact that the description was exactly the same, but in their one, there was genuinely a monster that was chasing after them. That's why I freaked out, because I was like, oh shit, is this map like made by the same person?
Yeah.
Have I gone in here to take pretty photos and accidentally opened up a horror map? And I was just like, get me out of here! Baby.
Plus the lenses tend to blur my sight. I had a really interesting time because I know that VR headsets that you can wear glasses underneath
need certain
are much more common now.
Certain lenses, yeah.
But when I used VR for my job, like early VR headset days, I couldn't wear. I had smaller glasses than this, but I couldn't wear them.
Yeah, because Frog tried on my headset this weekend, and I will say that one, it won't have any custom lenses in, and two, my headset is actually a very old model.
Yeah. But obviously, for people who know me, the fun thing about me is one of my eyes doesn't work.
Yes, that I can't fix that.
No. So that was an interesting. To be fair, I still had a good time though.
Yeah, but as I said to Frog, it's like if you're buying an actual headset for yourself, then you can get the lenses to get one lens that is stronger than the other.
No worries, Galaxy. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, bye. Yay! Post stream care. Post stream care.
Post stream care. Post stream care. Yes, this me, bro. Horror is only really effective for me when you can invest in it. Jump scares and general paranoia isn't. Yeah. Yeah. To be honest, this is the distinction with me that I always try and explain to people. Is I love the gothic and I love psychological horror. I hate like jump scare, like tension based horror. Like I love the themes and the devices of horror, but I don't love feeling panic.
Yes.
I would rather let it make me deeply existential.
Yeah, and panic is generally what a lot of horror games these days rely on. But you know, it's why we bring up Amnesia, because Amnesia was a perfect example of like dread. Of like, there was a monster in it, but it was less of a jump scare because you would very much hear the monster coming. It would be oh god, oh god, oh god, don't catch me, don't catch me, don't catch me, don't catch me, don't catch me.
Yeah. What's that FMV one that's genuinely horrifying?
Don't know.
Is it a similar thing? Monitors? That's not the one. Oh, I see. I see what you did there. I didn't read the above comment.
Heck. This keeps breaking. I apologise, Core.
Your joke was ruined.
I'm
by
sorry.
Me and by Neep.
It was ruined by tech not working. Oops,
I can refund Core's points.
Yeah, refund them.
This is something that I've learned to do that Blue hasn't.
I have no idea how you do it.
It's because I can get to the requests queue really easy, but
yeah.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, it's really weird how the default streamer view doesn't have a lot of the tools that, like, the mod view does.
Yeah, it's because this is kind of what mods are for.
There we go.
Oxenfree.
There we
God,
go.
I love Oxenfree. Oxenfree is probably one of the better horror games I've encountered. Hard agree. Watch PT and Outlast during Scary Point didn't really have an effect. Oxenfree, though, gets that B-minute horror movie vibes personally. Yes. And I also think that, like, not to spoil Oxenfree for anyone who hasn't watched it, the concept of Oxenfree is scary. Like, the kind of what it turns out is going on. For the same reasons that Returnal is scary. PT... I'm blanking on, but Outlast, I did find Outlast scary, but it's just not my, like, I didn't mind watching it, but it wasn't my form of, like, I wasn't invested in the game itself, I was invested in the people playing it.
Yeah.
God, Oxenfree's so good. This is the second time this week I've thought about Oxenfree. PT was the hallway simulator, yeah. I see. Yeah.
Am I right in thinking that PT was Hallway Simulator because it basically was meant to be another game and then wasn't?
Yes, it was the demo, right? Yeah. It was a demo for a deleted game. Yeah. Outlast was very much a be scared, why aren't you scared game. Yeah. And to be fair, Outlast fucking scary. both is the first one and the second one. But PT, I find PT has gained, if anything, slightly more scariness to it because of the kind of, like, found footage vibe to it. It was supposed to be linked to a new Silent Hill game, that was it. Like, the fact that it's a demo for a game that will never exist.
Right.
And it's hard to get hold of. That, in and of itself, gives it, like, a...
It's like a creepypasta vibe.
Creepypasta, yeah. Like a creepypasta or a Sonic EXE. I find that more interesting than what PT actually is. I'm once again going to shout out Bramble the Mountain King. I know I won't shut up about it on Twitter, but it's so good. It's, is it a horror game? Yeah, I guess. That's me having bad understanding of what is dark. It's definitely horrific. But there's a lot of things in that are really scary, but because of the fact that you play a child and like you don't necessarily see it, but the idea of it is scary enough. PT's effect was meant to increase the unsettled feeling the more you went through the gameplay loop, yeah. Again, I would always really recommend any of Jacob Geller's videos that talk about horror. I think, yeah, I don't know.
See, I don't have a lot to contribute to this conversation because it's not my vibe.
No, it's almost the opposite of your vibe. That's the point of ours two's aesthetics.
That's true.
Next to each other. There's definitely a place for the goofy Blair style horror though. Mwah, so good. What we do in the shadows? So good. What are we? The werewolves, not swearwolves. Blue.
I'm sorry.
Blue. Hey, I'm glad, Das.
Ooh, pictures.
I'm gonna end this poem here just because I'm tired.
Ooh, that is neat. Vibrant. I like it.
Vibrant. Which of these poems am I doing today?
It's a good question.
I've been really building myself up to do Collins today. And I have a concept for it. If I was just doing me poetry, I would have this done in like 2 seconds. But because I've decided to do other types of poetry, I have to actually think about it. And to be fair, the ones I have for Amango, like Amango is my fallback for this because I know what I'm doing for her, and I'm so excited about it, even though I don't think I'm going to be able to do it very well. It's a type of poem called a villanelle, and it's
Villanelle. Go on.
Also, the character from Save Me, chat. What's the Killing Eve? That's why most people know the word villanelle. A villanelle. I know it's a French style. It's a French verse form, which doesn't mean anything else. Do you know Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night? That's a villanelle. It's a... I don't know. I'm looking at a definition of it, but it is all words that you wouldn't know.
Oh, good.
But it's an old French style that was very popular a long time ago.
Also, yes, chat. This is the context for the tweet.
The beans post.
Beans?
Das, I completely disagree with you, but I do think that's very funny. Yes, I want to write... to be fair, I've got 2 down for Amango. They're both French because Amango is from Fruiterra, which is French. The other one's called a pantoum. I think. Uh-oh, did I write it in the wrong way? What's the glossary? Key. E.
Not to sidetrack, but it feels like I believe that there is an actually fully functioning recreation of Five Nights at Freddy's 1 in VR chat, and I'm too scared to try it.
Aww. And Amango. Yeah, Lady Amango.
Like, literally, yeah.
Is her name, yeah. But yes, it is a French, just kind of French sounding a mango.
Because they're fruit.
She's a mango. Hey, Chaotix!
Hello. Hello,
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome. I'm doing a buff boy.
Oh, girls, why is that? Are you a mascot horror enjoyer? I'm kind of not, but also, yes, I am.
Please don't be kind to yourself.
Complicated.
Oh, God.
Yeah, a pantoum is actually a Malaysian type of poetry that got adapted by the French, which I just think is interesting. And it's just cool. It's where you have like 2 different lines that you repeat in different sections in every stanza, like paragraph. But you change which way round they are in each one. So like this one's called Another Lullaby for Insomniacs, and it's so cool. Oh yeah, I'm literally gonna read this to you because it's so good. It's called Another Lullaby for Insomniacs by A. Stallings. And it goes, Sleep she will not linger, she turns her moon-cold shoulder. With no ring on her finger, you cannot hope to hold her. She turns her moon-cold shoulder and tosses off the cover. You cannot hope to hold her, she has another lover. She tosses off the cover and lays the darkness bare. She has another lover, her heart is otherwhere. Great word. She lays the darkness bare, you slowly realize. Her heart is otherwhere, there's distance in her eyes, etc. And you keep these like repeated lines, but you mix up where they are. And it's really nice.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
We talking about FNAF in the chat?
We can talk about FNAF. Sound off who's going to see the FNAF movie.
Not me.
Not me.
Melodic song-like style.
I don't want to scream in a public cinema and make a fool of myself.
Yeah, anything that's a verse form was originally a type of song. I want to watch Shaggy get spring-locked. What a thing to read out.
Oh my god, it's correct, but still.
But you shouldn't say it.
You shouldn't say it, but still. Oh my god. The thing is because of the rating that it's apparently got, you're not gonna see it.
No.
It's like PG, you're not gonna see it, it's gonna be an off-screen thing. You'll probably hear a scream and hear some unpleasant sounds.
That will be enough for us.
Then what's the point? Yeah! Because it's a freaking PG rated film.
How?
I don't know.
Wait, is that real? That can't be real. Is it coming out this year?
I'm not sure.
Yes, it is.
Apparently it is.
Look at Josh Hutcherson's in the movie? What the fuck?
A film about murdered children stuffed in animatronics, hunting people down, stuff them in suits as we tear their bodies apart, PG-13.
I need you to know, you know that the whole thing where like movies, when they're being filmed, have fake names? Mm-hmm. The one for this was Bad Cupcake.
That's hilarious. Bad Cupcake. I mean, that is a bad cupcake. Chica does have a bad cupcake. But I mean, the whole FNAF thing as a whole is wild because given what the franchise is about and given its popularity, like, there's fucking plushies.
Yeah.
So you take a step back and you go, that's wild.
Popular with children.
Yeah. So it's like, it is going to be one of those things of like, well, what's it actually about? And then some ass in marketing has gone forward and go, it doesn't matter what it's about, we've got to be able to market it to kids, so it's PG-13.
Literally, I'm reading I'm seeing people reporting on it, and that's exactly what they're saying.
What?
The majority of the fan base is between like 13 and like between 6 and 14. even though it's about. Yep. FNAF doesn't sit right with me for that specific reason. Honestly, yeah, but also I understand as a kid who was obsessed with weirdly dark stuff, I also get it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the dude never intended it to get this big.
No, for sure no. Yeah, people are pointing out it's PG-13, so it's not like it's not... but yeah.
So, yeah, there's not going to be anything graphic in it.
No. Good news, guys, we don't have to take our IDs.
Yeah.
I think we're past that.
Oh my god.
What was the last thing you got ID'd for? everybody who is of age to not be ID'd for things.
Buying a house.
Yeah, a fun thing though, Blue. Come along. Be relatable with the people.
I'm not relatable.
Sigs and I'm 35.
Oh, take it as a compliment.
The last thing I got ID'd for was paracetamol. For reference, in the UK you have to be 15 to buy paracetamol. I get it constantly for canned air. What's the age restriction for canned air in the States?
What? Oh my god.
It pressurized.
For cleaning things, yeah.
When I had to stock up for virality, yeah.
How much alcohol did you consume at the weekend?
We don't need to get into it.
You can get high on the propellant used in canned air, that's why. Ah.
Yeah, but what's the age on it?
A lot.
Just for the extra fun of it. I get ID'd for painkillers and energy drinks. Because you have to be 16 in the UK to buy, like, Red Bull. It was always so funny. When I was at uni, I'm pretty sure it's 18.
Let's go.
But still, yeah.
All good stories start with when I was in uni.
When I was in uni, it was so funny though, because when I used to go and buy Red Bull when I was fully wide awake, or like I'd be getting them preemptively, just having a fridge, I would always get ID'd. If I went to the Asda after being awake for like 24 hours to buy Red Bull, not even once.
The university life.
I just walk into the Asda looking like I've died. Put a thing of Red Bull and a discount thing of donuts. No comment.
Thank you for the reminder to save and also a reminder to stretch. Stretch it out.
I was clearly not 17. Again, I look young, but not that young.
Happy birthday, Core.
Yeah, my favorite thing I've ever been ID'd for is non-alcoholic wine.
Amazing.
I've told that one before on stream, I think. As the person like, nah, you need this, I ain't gonna bust your balls for it, yeah.
They can see it in your soul.
It's so funny. How old I look directly relates to how tired.
Yeah. But again, it was the Asda, which is literally 10 foot from the university halls. I feel like any of the Asda staff know that the people coming in at like 11 o'clock at night probably aren't everyday people.
When I went into that Asda to buy Red Bull and Doritos at 2 a.m. in the middle of December, they knew. They knew. They're like, she can have this one. She risked this city at 2 a.m.
Yeah, me going into that same Asda at like midnight to ferret the leftovers section of like the leftover discount of like the food that's going out of stock.
Yep.
Like a goddamn raccoon.
I lived on that shit at uni. That was competitive.
Yeah. Like I said, it was 10 feet from the student halls. Everybody tried to get that food.
Everyone is poor.
Students, woo.
Oh, go to university, everybody.
No, don't.
No, don't. Oh, man. I'm just going to avoid any poetic form that requires me to know how iambic pentameter works. I'm so sorry. I can't do that. I just can't. I'm going to have a hard enough time understanding any sort of rhythm. I don't know what type of poem to do for Colin.
I don't know who Colin is. I don't watch the Ravening War.
It's okay. I'm just talking.
And I'm trying to have a dialogue. I don't know.
Colin Provolone.
Oh, the cheese man.
Yes, there we go.
The cheese tax. The cheese tax.
He's not gonna pay it.
Oh, cheese commits tax evasion.
He technically works for the church. He doesn't have to pay taxes.
He technically works for the church. Ah, yes, the cheese man. He works for the church.
I mean, I'm not.
I know.
Everyone watch Crown of Candy and the Ravening Wall.
Oh.
Because you get to have conversations like this. I love it because on Tumblr at the moment, every third post is like a really in-depth, like, interpretation of the characters in the Ravening Wall, and every so often you'll just get someone retweet it with like, we're all talking about a cheese man.
Yes, this is, and when we say cheese man, we don't mean like a person who sells cheese. It is a man who is made of cheese.
Made of cheese.
Just tax evasion. Thank you, Daz.
Thank you. Or like if you go onto my Twitter and see that blackout poetry about the blender, that is about a man who is a radish.
Radish man.
Knights of the Holy Order of Gouda.
He's a radish man and we don't trust him.
I do, but you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
I would not be friends with the cheese man or the tomato man. Do not be friends with the tomato man. And do not put him on the throne of Vegetania.
For those who don't know, we're talking about a D&D game that is essentially Game of Thrones. But
Game of Thrones Candyland.
But everybody's food.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's food. It is apparently some of the most emotional D&D that you can watch, but also everybody is food.
Yep. You wanna truly weep, but also have moments of just complete dissociation because what the fuck am I watching? Watch Crown of Candy. You want to watch a deli sandwich commit a war crime? Watch The Ravening War.
I love the new D&D movie. It was awesome. Hell yes. That makes me really happy.
Watch it,
we haven't watched it either.
I feel like I should have.
I mean, same. All of us should have watched it, but too busy.
Did we?
Moving house, plurality, commissions. It was too busy.
Laziness, in my case. I just didn't want to.
Bless him. Stanji tried like twice to get us to go see it, and twice I was like, no, I can't. I'm sorry.
I'm so busy.
I'm so busy.
Pinkertons. Oh, I can filter this by poetry forms. I'm stupid. Poetic terms. Why is my everything breaking? Blue? Blue, why is my everything breaking? Ah! There it is. I've done an acrostic poem. That was for Kana. Blackout poem was for Nathaniel.
God, to me, acrostic poems are so just like, hi kids, we've got to learn what poetry is. I'm
That's so
sorry.
rude.
I know, but I'm sorry, but like, we never do acrostic poems like secondary school, do we? That's a primary school. Hey kids, it's time to learn about poetry.
Don't read my Kana poem and then say that shit to me again.
No, because I don't want to cry.
Just like in life, Bennett.
Oh, this is for Bennett, by the way. I don't think I specified that. That's why.
It's just like, in life, you just can't wait for things.
I mean, it's good to be excited for things.
I'm glad you're happy, bud. You got deleted by Tesla's love child?
I'm sorry, what?
What are you talking about?
What are you doing? Context, please.
What the fuck did they add to me writing?
Oh no.
I've been catching up on Final Fantasy, so I haven't had... Oh, I need to go see if I made a ton of money on Final Fantasy. Not right now, though, because I'm writing poetry. I gotta find out if Nera made that 10 mil. Were you there for that, Das? Or was that after you left?
Yeah. To go back a bit, all the reviews and stuff that I've seen, like people tweeting about the D&D movie, is that they do really like it because it does actually do a decent job of communicating D&D campaign vibes. Because there are just moments of being an idiot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's D&D.
Foolishness. 10 million, what the fuck? Yeah, after you left yesterday, Das, thank you for helping us. Me and Naren sat and looked at all the fabric that we got from treasure hunting. And there was the one that Naren got for the pajamas. We looked up how much the pajamas were going for. And there was one that had no listings, and the last one sold for 7 million.
Oh, so they were capitalizing on that then.
I think Naren eventually put it up for like 6 million. But the chances that Naren got that, very high.
See, I'm furious because I went to the effort of crafting this really hard to make pistol in Guild Wars, put it on sale only to be fucking undercut within immediately like 5 minutes.
Welcome to a market board.
I hate it. I just need money.
Yep. I got some respectable, like, 60k kind of fines for PJs. Welcome to Final Fantasy.
It's Final Fantasy.
Me and Naren were joking about it. Like, the real money is in glam items, like in-demand glam items, and it's so funny because we were sat there last night and I was looking up like, okay, if you're gonna make these pajamas, do you need to make the slippers, the eye mask, or the shirt? And we were like going through, and I literally had this moment where I was like, Naren, this is the only time in our lives we're gonna sound like fucking stockbrokers.
Stonks.
we were like, how much is the price dropping?
Turnips.
Yeah, true.
Turnips.
I was never that into turnips though, because I was no good at it.
Y'all remember the turnip market of 2020? Oh, Kels, I'm gonna tell you something, but I'm actually gonna mute my microphone on the stream.
Uh-oh. Oh. All you guys heard there was me going, oh.
Yeah. Have fun with that.
This is really frustrating because I've established that I should have a form for this, but I know what I want the contents to be. Like I like could just, if I wasn't trying to limit myself, I would just be able to write this poem right now.
Mm-hmm. So they pick that big boy Kakarodontosaurus, the blood and glow eyes, that's what happens when you kill it, get stacks and get more stacks up to 100. Good lord.
Also, I should say, just because I might as well vent about it while I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
The other frustrating thing about this is that I have to post it on Twitter, which means I can't pick forms that are too long. Because if I can't fit it in a single image, no one sees it. I don't work in visual media. But unfortunately, all the social internet does. So I've got to find something that's short enough. Like this, Octavia Rima would be a great one to do, but it's 8. It's like, oh no, not this one. Where is it? There's like 20 stanzas or whatever, and it's like, I don't know how I would fit that. I'd keep it simple. And by simple, I still mean one I can't do very well, but it is one I know in theory how to do. Ooh, that's also a hard one. I love poet forms that are like, this is the poet form, but these are the 25 different riffs on this form that are in themselves completely different types of poetry, but we don't have a different word for it. I just don't want to write a sestina is the thing.
How come? Why? Why? Why?
I'm just gonna read this. A complex French verse form, usually unrhymed, consisting of 6 stanzas of 6 lines each, and a 3-line envoy at the end. An envoy is just what's the definition? It's just a shorter stanza that is usually has like a specific purpose. That's the simplest way I can explain that. The end words of the first stanza, so the stanza is like a paragraph, are repeated in a different order as the end words in each of the subsequent 5 stanzas. The closing envoy, so that final little 3 lines, all 6 words, 2 per line, placed in the middle and at the end of the 3 lines.
What? And you lost me.
Poetry. That's why I'm a freeform poet, because it's like I can't even hold that in my head. But that's part of the challenge. 6 stanzas is 6 lines and a 30 liner. End words of the first stanza. I would love to say it makes more sense in the examples. It doesn't. Maybe I just write a sonnet. I'm bad at sonnets anyway. So maybe I just do it.
It's an exercise.
Terrible at rhyming, but we can try it. What one is it that's why am I leaving the Poetry Foundation? That's the one place I'm going to find this information. What poetic form is this? Da-da-da. What is the name of the poem? The canonization. No. Where is it? Hello?
Oh no! Have you checked your butthole?
Hey, perfect. There it is. What type of poem is this? It's one of my favorite poems. People who don't know the song "Have You Checked Your Butthole" by Tom Cardy.
It's a song. You should look it up.
You should go look.
You should look it up. But no, don't do that on stream. It's against TOS.
Yeah. A B B C D D C E E. Is that not a? I mean, I'll do it. I feel like that's a form, though, isn't it?
We Tom Cardy in? We are. Hello, welcome back.
Oh, forever. Welcome back. It's not?
Ah! Thank you.
Interesting. Okay. If I'm doing a sonnet, which type?
There's different types of sonnets?
Yes.
Oh.
There's the Shakespearean sonnet, which, take a guess. There's the Petrarchian sonnet, which is the Italian version, which is, I can do this. So Shakespeare sonnets are one big block. There's only one stanza, and trying to explain poetry without using poet words is so hard. But basically, yeah, Shakespeare sonnet is all one big block with the set rhyming scheme, and then a Petrarchian one is technically 3 stanzas, each having their own rhyming scheme within them, instead of having one that comes over the whole poem. There is also more than that, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna keep going. I'm not gonna keep doing that.
Enough.
I could do a Spencerian one. No, that's hard. I find these hard enough anyway. Come on, Petrarch. It's actually going to be easier for me to write some physical paper. What are you doing, Galaxia?
What is happening?
Don't know.
They hit me with a save.
Oh,
I got
why
back.
didn't that show up for me?
Why didn't it show up for you?
Wow. Okay, it's 14 lines. I can do this. I can do this. It's only a sonnet. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's only one of the most revered art poetry forms of all time. 8 life. Oh, right. The first one's an
Hello, child. I can hear you wandering into the room.
It's... Oh, right. Abba Abba. I forgot about that. The double Abba. The famous double Abba.
Mamma mia, here we go again.
Here we go again.
You gonna wander over so we can get a wow? Nope, you came in and decided to leave immediately. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
And it's C, D, C, D, C, D. Or C, D, C, D, E? Make up your mind. I'll go C, D, E, C, D, E, because then I don't have to rhyme as much. Also, that's a fun reversal. I feel like I'm saying a lot of things.
You sure are saying words.
I don't know what to say. No, I fucking lied. I'm doing a Shakespearean one because I'm more familiar with it. And also, it's just fun to have the last two lines rhyme. I'm half convinced he did it just because it makes it stick in your brain more when the last lines are the ones that hit. Also, that's a feature of that's something I actively do in my poetry, is I want the last line to really hit you.
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, right. I don't know why I'm looking at a reference for this as if I don't know the structure of this off by heart because I had to memorize it. E, F, G, G. All Shakespearean sonnets end with a good game.
Are you doing a little tiny grumble to yourself? Do you not want to come up and share with the class?
Okay, I can do this. I can do this.
No, she's not feeling it. No, I'm not feeling it. Shakespeare, feel like, good luck, have fun.
Yeah, he did that. His poems. Oh God, I forgot. Okay, mini poetry lesson for everybody. When you're looking at how something rhymes in poetry, you don't have to apply this to every poem. You can just enjoy poetry, just reading it. You don't have to do like an analysis of it. I don't know what school taught you, but you don't have to. But if you're looking at how poetry rhymes, the first instance, so if the first and third line rhyme and the second and fourth one do, you would say A, B, A, B. Because those are the ones that match up, so you give them the same letter. The last two lines of Shakespeare's sonnets always rhyme together. And just because of how many rhymes there are before that, it's always GG, the last two lines. A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, E, F, GG. And it's like Shakespeare saying, GG, good game.
Good game. Unlocked memories.
I'm so sorry for everyone who just had GCSE English flashbacks. Look, I hate talking about the mechanics of poetry because I think it's intimidating. And that's not how you have to interact with poetry. I think a lot of people, I've talked to so many people who have like a passing interest in poetry who are like, I just don't get it. It's because they think that you have to approach every single poem like an English teacher. I'm very opinionated about this.
I mean, you are taking a master's degree, so I think you're allowed to vocalize some opinion.
I'm also a poet.
Yeah.
Like this is my art. The fact that I study it is incidental. Yes, Galaxia. You said many things like Try to get my attention, you kid. It's also hilarious that I'm talking about this today. The GG. How did I never? You're welcome. I'm glad I just ruined Shakespeare for a bunch of you. This is just in his poetry, I should say, not in his plays.
Shakespeare, he can take it.
Yep. Oh, for sure. He would. I feel like Shakespeare would have Freddie Mercury rules.
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want, just don't make it boring. But yeah, it's funny that I'm doing this today, because I got another rejection today, everybody.
Aww.
Yay! It is the writer's duty to collect their rejections.
No accounting for bad taste, I suppose.
There's a lot of poetry out there. There's definitely enough poetry better than mine that can keep a publisher going for a year. I'll reject them to the Shadow Realm. It's fine, guys.
Heck.
There's a lot of poets out there. I'll get there. I mean, they just don't understand my vision. I'm a visionary.
Should write a poem about being rejected by publishers.
Oh, there's too many writers have done it.
Oh. I just want to see who I can do it.
Hey, if you wanna... No, I'm not gonna say that. Bad idea. If you wanna fight one of the big four, be my guest.
Oof.
They have like a fucking super villain name. Is it big four or big three at this point? Did one of them die? I always forget. Did one of them get eaten? I don't know who they are, and please don't state who they are, but I will simply fight them all. Oh, that's very funny. I've forgotten how to write a poem all of a sudden. I'm like scared of my page. I need to play Colin's speech from the last episode, because that really fucked me up, and that'll get me in the headspace. I just had Olivia Rodrigo playing this whole time. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Where is the breakup? On Provolone. Here it is. Dakoyama's just so good. He's such a talented improviser.
What's he done this time?
I for a long time I've been like, I literally leading up to this stream, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna write Colin's poem because I can't say I have strong opinions about him. And I don't really know how to read his character because Zach always plays these like, he's generally quiet at the table and like, he focuses on comedy in a lot of ways. But then every so often, like, I've been reading some people like really go off about how Zach's playing Colin, and now I can actually really appreciate it. Which is like very understated, but like very considered. Like he really, like in like a span of seconds, because it's all improvised, really thinks about every word he uses and uses them very sparing.
Okay.
And it's very hard to do that quickly.
Yeah. Especially, honestly, in a D&D setting where it, like, you know, you don't have a lot of time to think, in all honesty.
Nope.
Because, you know, when you're in it and you're in the roleplay, you're having a conversation with someone. And it's like, you know, it's not like writing a story or anything where you can sit and think of a retort in, you know, for 5 minutes. It's like somebody has said something to you and it's like, well, you've got to think of a comeback now.
Yeah. Especially like I'm watching the scene I'm watching without any spoilers. He's being actively yelled at by another character. Like shouted at. Right? Like it's a conflict. Borderline an argument. And he's playing this character that's very down to earth, almost borderline dejected, and has just gone through something deeply traumatic. And so like he plays this very like, you know, takes the shouting and plays it very quiet, and it's so, I know how hard it is to do that when someone in an RP is coming at you that hard, like taking a breath and like giving this really considered answer. Baby!
Baby!
Hi, baby.
Hi, friend! Yes, we are talking about Zach.
Yes, we're talking about Zach Oyama, baby. It's a big jump, but you can do it.
Show me the baby.
Big jump. Big jump. Big jump. You can do it, it's okay.
Come on, baby! Come on, sweetie, you can do it!
You can do it. Come on. Big jump. It's okay, big jump. Keeps going up to it and like doing little hops. Come on, big jump. There she goes!
Hello, sweetie! Ah, blessed. The stream is blessed.
She's arrived. She's arrived. You stinky. She's not stinky anymore. She's had a bath.
Don't tell her that. She's still stinky.
Is still like, she's like spiritually stinky. There she is.
Hello, baby.
Oh.
Oh.
Hi. She's bought us a squirrel.
Blessed.
Wanna show him your squirrel? Look.
Aww. Dog.
She arrived. Yeah, she has this squirrel that I bought her, which is technically for training for shooting dogs, as in like ones that go shooting. Because they're meant to be taught to like collect. But she doesn't do that because she loves her toys too much. So she just
that's
very
sweet, that's sweeter than what my brain also said, because we talk with her so much that my brain just immediately automatically filled in the she doesn't do that because she's stupid.
She's stupid. She's stupid, but she's also gentle.
She's very sweet, and I love her, and she's also stupid.
She's holding this a plushie with no filling, essentially, is what it is. She's holding it so gently in her mouth that you can like she's not clamping down with her top jaw. Like she's just sort of resting it on her bottom. So if I like pulled its tail, it would just come out of her mouth. Aww. Because she's so afraid of damaging it that she's like not actually applying any pressure.
Delicate. Oh, bless.
It's so delicate. If you weren't so stupid, we could put an egg in your mouth and you wouldn't break it. But unfortunately, she's stupid.
She's stupid. she is very stupid.
Oh, you.
There's a video that has always been glued into my mind of a wolf being given an egg, and it is literally just like they go up to the sort of fencing of the pen, and they open up the little panel, and they literally just take this egg and they hold it out, and the wolf very gently does just sort of go, grabs it, walks off, sits down, and then very carefully actually breaks the top off and then just licks the yolk out of it. And I was like, oh, so gentle. Oh.
You want it back? Or do you want it on your head? Stream couldn't see that.
Aww.
Sometimes I just put it on her head and she just walks around with it.
Because she's stupid.
She's stupid and full of love, chat. For you.
It's me.
And for anyone who vaguely approaches the house. Hey.
Relatable. Oh, come back. Baby. Baby, come back. We love you.
She heard you. Oh no, she wants to go sit on the floor. Dog. Yeah.
Dog.
You can see in Make Some Noise in Game Changer, he really thinks about the timing on his words. Yeah. They what do they call him? The sniper?
Yeah, I fucking killed him.
Yeah. Like, there's a scene in the newest episode of Ravening War, again, no spoilers, where it's a very serious RP. But Brennan, who is a trained improviser, cannot get through a single sentence without laughing at something Zach says, and Zach never says more than 2 words at any one time.
Amazing.
So, like, Brennan will be, like, going off in, like, a crazy ramble, and then he'll be like, sounds cool. And Brennan will just lose it. It's so funny. Who's Colin Provolone? What am I going to use? Yeah, he's, like, very considered for an improviser. I can't imagine how much he thinks. Like, between the seconds. He must have so many thoughts so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Or none. But that's also what his D&D characters are like. It's like, you're either thinking about a million things or nothing. It's also helpful that in this particular RP, Lou Wilson's amazing and willing to give him so much space. You can't be in here, madam.
Oh no!
Where'd you go? You can't be back there. Goody.
Oh
This is
no!
now a thing. Fuck it, she can vibe. Where did Phoebe go? What the fuck is going on here on this day?
You just got rope-a-dope by a couple of animals.
Hang on a minute, beer.
Bamboozled. Absolutely baffled. Looking great so far. Excellent. Glad you think so. The silver music. Oh no, this is the Luma music. My mistake. God, I wish I'd been to Luma. I didn't know about Ferality at that point. Because I love the aesthetic of the Luma forest in Finn's world. What is happening with Girls? Where is she gone? Chat, what is happening?
Jesus H. Christ.
Are you okay? What happened?
Phoebe. Phoebe?
Mm-hmm.
Tilly came in, and because she opened that door, Phoebe was like, ooh, a way to escape. And so she's gone to go sit underneath my dad's bed.
Aww.
What is happening, chat? Is there a syllable requirement for this?
This is the silver theme! Yay! Alexi, I'm calling you out here. How dare you send me something so cursed? Post it in the Discord. Oh no! What is happening?
Thank God there's no syllable requirement for this. There's not enough room on this page to do this, so I need to do it digitally. I linked it in memes. What is this about?
What is happening? Oh no, if this has sound, I'm not playing it on stream.
I didn't watch it with sound and it's cursed enough.
Oh no! Oh no!
Not what you want to be seeing, really.
No!
But yes, a curse for you, my pal.
It's looking alright, it's looking alright.
To accept a lot of this process, it's going to be me writing a line and hating it and writing a line.
Mm-hmm.
I should want you for sport as recompense. What is this? It's fucking...
Oh, they were doing to make a drink.
Word hippo, my beloved. I'm in danger. Crap, that crumble. I love the blue pog. Yeah, the blue pog is love and life.
Yes. It's second only to teeth. Huh? I think only one person has access to teeth at the moment.
No one has teeth. In this economy, who can afford teeth?
Ah! I think we got one person who can afford teeth at the moment.
When people need it the most, he vanished. Hey, there he is.
Show me the teeth!
No, that would be breaking my own rule for this. God damn it. Ah! I have a rule for these poems that I can't, like, use specific things in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have to be generic enough. Because I think part of the fun of this setting is like the whole hey, like my Kana poem that people like, there are many people read that who have no idea what it's about, and the irony of it being about a unripened chili pepper murdering a man made of cheese. You know, like, but when you read it, you would have no idea. I have to keep the bit going. I can't sabotage it, you know? No, that's a terrible word to have to rhyme. always really struggle with things that have to rhyme, making them not sound childish. How do people do this? How do real poets do this?
Who knows? Nobody knows. Did somebody say teeth?
Teeth. I accept that. No, that sucks.
That came through so warped. I was like, what am I hearing?
It's because she was in the next room. I was like, are we underwater now? No, she's in the next room over. Doing a walk.
I'm glad it wasn't just me who was like, why is that so warped?
Thank you, Nora. That was hard to get out, you may have noticed.
Thoughts on the new Apple thingy? For those who don't know and are not, because they don't go here, Apple did a presentation yesterday for a new VR headset. My initial
not priced
thoughts
for a real human being.
Yeah, my initial thoughts before, because a lot of people have been have kind of like sort of said of like, you know, like complaining of like, oh, it's way too expensive and stuff like that. This isn't for you, basically. This despite their weird presentation of showing people in their home using it, this is not a headset for people at home. This is for companies. This is for people. These are for devs. These are for people who can easily drop that much money. You know, 3K. Big companies will drop 3K on a camera to photograph a product. You know, they will drop that much on a light to illuminate something. This is not a headset for the consumer. And I think in a way it's kind of deceitful that it was almost presented as though it should be, because it's not. Yes, Sadie, I know. Because yeah, that's ridiculous money. It is not a headset for a consumer. It is for companies to develop software for, because software seemed to be something that was lacking. Because obviously it's a brand new thing that they've just made. It is something for companies to get to develop software for, so that in 2 years' time, when Apple released a consumer version at a cheaper price, there is software for it pre-existing. It's more like a phone from what I saw. I didn't see the start of it, so I can't comment on that, but I think it looked like it was reasonably powerful. I don't think it is just a phone. But it is way more powerful than anything that is being offered at the moment. And my main hope is that it will encourage current headset creators to up their game a little bit. Because it kind of feels like there isn't at the moment. Because the Quest 3 was announced and it was lacking, honestly. It was kind of lacking. Looking at you, Valve and Meta. Well, yeah, exactly. That's it. That's it. Looking at you, Valve and Meta. Hopefully now, people in Valve and in Meta, and maybe even, I don't know, HTC might be like, oh, we need to pull our finger out and actually start developing good kit. Because if they're smart, they'll see the gap and they'll realize of like, oh, this thing is way more better than ours, but it is more expensive. So we need to be coming up with something to compete with this, but make it cheaper. Is Meta even a thing? I thought it fell apart. The Metaverse fell apart, but I believe Meta the company is still a thing.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. The Metaverse is dead. Because it wasn't even alive to begin with, because nobody knew what it was.
And it was an idea more than anything.
It was a concept.
It was a shared delusion.
Bennett, I sent you a question.
Me?
Bennett.
Okay. Shared delusion, so a D&D session. Collaborative storytelling.
Yeah. The 5 or 6 people get together in a room and just hallucinate for a few hours.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is a piece of weird stimming that this stream's never had to put up with. When I'm trying to pull a word, I have to click.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's an interesting stim.
What is it? Driving me nuts. It's a. What do I need? I need an adjective. Common words. Mm-hmm. Oh, Mark missed it. Why does it have to rhyme? Wait, have I already rhymed this word? I'm relying on those half rhymes.
New DLC for Tank Mechanic Sim dropped today on the D-Day anniversary. Ah. It's one of those games that I think would be amusing but wouldn't pay too much. Oh, is it a free-to-play one? But the premise is super neat.
How did you just do that?
What? Premise?
Yeah. Premise?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh. it said premise. I'm not crazy.
Oh, okay. I've been wrong before.
Wait, no.
Are we about to go down a rabbit hole again?
It's premise as a noun, premise as a verb. I spelled premise correctly? Yeah. Oh no, I did it. Premise.
Ah!
In that context, it said premise. It's premise if it means to base an argument, theory, or undertaking on. The reforms were premised on our findings. Wild. Never encountered a word that does that before.
The pronunciation changes based on context.
Yeah.
and people
English.
wonder what, yeah, English, the English language. Hardest language to learn if you aren't a native speaker, English language.
I am big. Not quite. That was fun. That was a fun delusion I had for a second.
I used to play War Thunder. I got like 2k hours plus. It's no longer fun, way too grindy and pay to win. I spend a lot of money too. Oof. That's the risk. That's the risk. I'm always hesitant to drop money on free-to-play games for that reason.
I literally never will.
Spent like I played Pokemon Go day one and I've never dropped money on it.
I don't think of a free-to-play I have dropped money on. Surely I have at some point, but to be honest, I haven't got money to drop on free-to-play game.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Is this good or have I deluded myself? It's good, and you have deluded yourself. Sucker blue.
We're in the late focusing time again, where we're both silent.
I think this is done. I just need to... I'm just reading it enough times that I hate it. I'm not very... I don't have a good read on things that rhyme.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
What?
Caught a word repeat. No. I'm like, the reason why I thought I had already rhymed something is when you're dealing with this small amount of words, you kind of can't repeat anything unless you do it intentionally. Like, you can intentionally repeat things, and I have, but if you do it incidentally, it's very obvious. Because there's like, what, 20 words total? No, there's more than that, but like, it really helps when you're trying to do things intentionally, because it really amplifies your point. But if you do it accidentally, it's a massive percentage of what you've written is an accident. But the problem is, if I change one of these two words, I have to change an entire rhyming scheme, which I just will not do. This is what I remember writing sonnets being like, is like every single word you have to think about.
Yeah.
Every single one. Much more complex engineering than freeform poetry. That's a good line. Good job. Might write something better for my shower, we'll see. Go for it. I might send you this, Das, just to have another set of eyes on it. Also, it's kind of you, Core, to be honest.
Well, now you have to.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's a loaded statement.
I've no idea how my poetry type would be described. If you're not doing it to a set structure, it's freeform. Not you, Core. There's a comma there, can't you hear it? There wasn't a comma. Do I hate this?
No, it's just 11 o'clock at night and your brain hates yourself.
Good point. I keep wanting to add things to the end of lines, but then I have to change the fucking rhyming pattern. Sonic. What the fuck do you think dashes in it? Damn it, but I put dashes there. That really fix it? That's insane that fixed that. It's your own work, so yes, you hate it. That's real. To be fair, I'm normally vain as hell, so I normally love what I do. Perhaps I'm gonna send you this to see if I'm mad. No, not a screen record. What are you doing? Your tweet only just appeared of the stream starting.
What the fuck, Twitter?
What is happening to your everything today? YouTube isn't working, Twitch isn't working, Twitter's not working. Yeah, 4 minutes ago.
What the fuck? I sent that at the start.
Yep, can confirm.
Might as well fucking delete it at this point.
Yeah. Good gift choice, though. Love that movie.
Just fucking delete it. Why do I even fucking try? Stupid goddamn algorithm. Oh, that's topical. 7 minutes ago, Jim Caddick tweeting, "I hate streams." Why the fuck is Shadow Wizard Money Gang in all caps trending?
It's not actually trending. That's why.
What the fuck?
Trending doesn't exist. Never be like, why is something trending? It's like, it's not. Also, get off Twitter.
You guys are the one that brought it up.
Das, you're sending me a lot of things that sound like there's a butt incoming. Some NFT thing. Who fucking cares?
Ugh, don't care.
I really don't like that app. No one likes Twitter.
No one likes the app.
People who are on Twitter all the time, i.e. me, hate Twitter.
Oh no. Up. Bye. Ah! Oof. Thanks, God.
Yeah, this is a PSA for anyone who's not on Twitter. Don't fucking be on Twitter.
I have to be on Twitter because I need it to promote and communicate that I'm an artist.
You're already there.
Oh, cool. This font doesn't come with a colon? Cool. Fuck you.
Never mind, it did. I'm not refunding you all your points, Core. Although I could. The last nearly 700 people who redeemed, I could give all those points back.
Wild.
I have that power. Nothing happened, chat.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Received and understood that. I asked Das a couple questions about the poem, and I was like, but does it sound childish though? And they put 10-year-olds can write some truly wild concepts, but here's your but. And there was like a solid amount of time I snapped a wooden peg in half waiting for Das to finish
Oh my
typing.
fucking god, Curls.
The comment was, but if you ever refer to your art ever again as if it was written by a 10-year-old, I will run hands.
You slapped a peg over that.
Oh. Can't have anything in my hands.
Right.
No, I want to point out, I didn't snap it like on the joint that you can snap it. Like I snapped
You snapped the wood. Yes, I could see that.
Oh god. I don't remember much love. Cheers, Dad.
Hate this.
Girls, keep that soon-to-be splintered piece of wood away from your bed. Yeah, no, I threw it over there onto the top of a dresser, so it's fine. I post it. Do we fuck it, we ball?
I think fuck it, we ball.
We feeling fuck it, we ball? Let me post this. Fuck it. Fuck it. Who cares? I've got another 2 to do after this. Not today, but in general. Also, because a lot of the fan base for this is American time zone, it's actually good the later I post it.
Yeah.
Time to see if I'm a Gillionaire or not. Naren, you have to tell me if you made a couple million, Gil. Legally, you simply must. Fortunately, because a sonnet is short by definition, this should be very easy to format for the internet.
Wow. Okay. It is 11 o'clock, so this is roughly where we're going to be stopping, so Kels is going to be doing her post.
Yeah. Just very quickly doing a edit of it so that it can...
Yes.
Because you have to do these things to get engagement.
Yeah, tell me about it. Good lord, I'm very pleased with how this is looking at the moment.
Yeah, it looks fucking good.
Thank you. Some good line art. So I just need to line the reverse view, and then we're gonna be slapping color on this bad boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, Bennett, if you have like very specific colors in mind, like as specific as like hex colors, or even just like send me a screenshot of like this color, please do, because I can literally just color pick from it, and obviously makes my life a lot easier. Same for.
We love being lazy on this.
Yeah, same for markings and things like that. You know, I know you said blue, but obviously, blue is a big spectrum.
Blue is very experienced with.
Yes,
if you can believe it.
Do you see this palette? No, you don't. What? No, you don't, because I'm blocking it. No, you don't. No, you don't. You see this little palette that I keep to the side of my program constantly? You can't really see it very well in between my wings. I have a little palette down there that just permanently lives next to my canvas, which has my OC colours in it, so that if
I did not know that.
If the need ever takes, I can pull it out. I can pull it out. There we go. That would be easier. This little palette lives in my clip studio. They're blues colours. They just permanently live there in case the desire takes me, so that I can just be like, I want to draw blue. Bam, colours. And they got a bunch of other palette colours from other projects that I just threw in there. And yeah, that was from Silent Sticker Commission, good lord. But yeah, that's blues palette just there. Blue has a very basic palette, because she doesn't have any markings. So yeah, obviously you don't have to do it tonight because we're about to finish. But yeah, I'm hoping that given how much lining we got done today, I am very much hoping that we get that done, because that's the back is all that needs to be done, so I can at least start colour tomorrow. Yeah. Same with like the eyes and the flame. Like when it comes to the body, I will try to keep it. This is just like a thing for reference pictures of like try to keep it flat color so that people can color pick from the reference. When it comes to the eyes and the flame, I'll put a little bit more sort of like blending and shading in them to obviously make them look neat, and then have their proper palette here, which is why this area is kept blank. Yeah. I put flame in just because I was like, dragon breathes fire. I didn't actually check with you if your character does breathe fire. They could breathe lightning for all I know. That's another thing that we can talk about. But yeah, that's probably where the stream is gonna finish up, and I will probably, because I'm how pleased I am with this, I might post a work in progress.
Yeah, we posted, boys.
Yeah,
follow us on Twitter if you're already unfortunate enough to be on Twitter.
Yeah,
follow us on Twitter.
Cora's already been sweet enough to post all of the social things for me, so yeah, I think everybody here is following me.
Are you following me?
Are you following Kels? That is a valid question. Her @ is literally right there on the screen. It's right there. You don't have any excuse. Poetry.
Bad and music and poetry sometimes.
Read the poem that she's been writing all night.
That's true. Come read us on it.
Ba, 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 ba. Hoo-ah.
Right, are we out?
So, yeah, we got a few people watching us. Let's raid out.
Yeah, what we got? Let me have a look.
If you can't think of anybody, I will probably find somebody too.
I mean, there's plenty of people alive.
Yeah, I found someone that I'm okay with raiding into. I've not raided into them before. Yeah, we'll go with this. We're gonna raid into Natey. If you haven't seen Naty before, which I imagine a lot of you won't have done, because I'm the furry here, and a lot of you are not. They're just an awesome artist who uses whatever hecking pronouns they feel like, so they is a safe bet.
Yep.
They're also a flamingo, which is awesome. So yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Naty, who's also doing art, and it looks like they're doing thirsty Tears of the Kingdom art, so wonderful.
Oh, brilliant. Let's go.
Hell yeah. Right, have a good night, everybody. Let's initiate that raid. Make sure you refresh for Twitch if they are being a butt.
Which they often are.
Which they often are. And I hope to see you tomorrow for our double day. Coles? Drainage?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Double day, let's go! Right. See you tomorrow, everybody. Thank you so much. Love you. Bye!
Bye!